This. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your questions. Get seen on TV, YouTube, and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Support your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Conroe Culture News. I am your host, Margie Taylor of Taylor Eyes PR, and we are here at the Lone Star Community Radio at City Hall in downtown Conroe. You can listen in on FM 104.5, 106.1. We are live streaming irlonestar.com, and of course we are Conroe Culture News live on Facebook and YouTube. Also, we are live. So guest today will be from Pizza Artista, the Woodlands, the newest pizza place, and I can just smell it right now, and it is lunchtime and I haven't eaten, but I'm sitting here with Charlotte Emmerling and Kevin Roble. They are both co-partners, franchise owners of the newest place, Pizza Artista, the Woodlands. Has a little Cajun twist. We are going to hear from them. I can smell it still. You know, it just smells so good. So they will tell you what's the difference, why you should go and try it out, and they're located on Research Forest Drive in the Woodlands. And in the second segment today, we're going to have Joe Haliti from Joe's Italian Restaurant. It's all about food, of course. And Dariya Dashutina, she's from Kharkov, Ukraine. I'm sure I'm pronouncing these all wrong. And then Katya, I'm not even going to attempt the last name. She's a citizen from Russia, and what Russians really think, because they can't get out their message about helping Ukraine, but they are actually, most of them are really want to offer aid to Ukraine. So welcome to Pie Day, and we're going to be talking about pies. And the show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. Roger Stein Chiropractors are located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell. Everybody knows where that is. And with all of her doctors there, they treat infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, where they focus on natural, holistic way of relieving pain to achieve optimal health. Dr. Stacy holds certifications in adjusting extremities, arms, legs, hands, feet, clinical nutrition, and prenatal and pediatric care. And she has fabulous days for kids after hours, like at 5 o'clock once a month, and they dress up in pajamas or heroes or all kinds of different themed days. It's a lot of fun. If you're a new patient, it only costs you $25, and it goes directly back to CASA. And what that does is they advocate for kids in CPS custody. And as you know, there's a lot of kids in CPS custody. So that's a great thing. Roger Stein Chiropractic. Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. Well, what can I say except that if you're getting ready to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, you best get on it, because first of all, inventory is very low and the interest rates are starting to creep up. So time is important. So their phone number is 281-507-9777, Team Sinisi, because it's an easy name to remember. So a couple things going on around us. The big performance is this Saturday of the Greater Conroe Arts Alliance, their festival. It's a one-day event from 10 to 5, and there's going to be a lot of activities going on over there. It's absolutely free. The Conroe Art League will be having their National Art Show on display in their gallery, which is just one block away from Founders Plaza where this is going on. There's going to be a poetry reading at 4 o'clock at the Conroe Art League. Live performances all day on the stage at Founders Plaza, including the Conroe Symphony, Jazz Connection, the Art of Music Studio, indie films, and more. There's going to be fine art for sale. There's going to be a Lego build-along where everybody can participate, whether you're kids or seniors or families, and everybody puts a little piece of the Lego to make this sculpture thing. It will be as big as the amount of participation there is. It is endless. There will be a community participation art mural where everybody can participate and be a part of that. There are going to be live plain art artists, and they will be situated at different places in downtown adjacent to the park, just drawing what they see. Maybe the Crichton Theater, maybe people walking around, going to the festival. And then there's going to be a silent auction of all the painted art. There's going to be a pottery demonstration where you can actually put your hands in the clay and make something creative and awesome. There will also be the Main Street Market will be there from 10 to 5 with all kinds of vendors. There will be food trucks, many food trucks will be participating. There's going to be a raffle to get season tickets to the Crichton Theater, the Owen Theater, CYT, and the Conroe Symphony Orchestra. There's going to be chalk art. It goes on and on. There's even a kids' art village for the kids to get involved. There's a music petting zoo, and you can take pictures with Elsa from Frozen, and that is sponsored by Christian Youth Theater. There's also a couple of ticketed events, and they are fabulous. So the first one is Tenderly, the Rosemary Clooney story. So we all know who George Clooney is. This is his relative, just saying. That's going to be at the Owen Theater at 2 p.m., and that is hosted by the Players Theater Company. And then at 8 p.m. is Marcia Ball. She's a R&B vocalist, pianist, songwriter, and this has been postponed for 2 years because we had this little thing called a pandemic. So it's finally happening, and that will be at the Crichton Theater at 8 p.m., and tickets are available at crichtontheater.org. So with that, we're going to take a quick break and then come back with my two guests from Pizza Artista, The Woodlands, Kevin and Charlotte.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
And we are back again. I am Margie Taylor, your host, and I am sitting here with Kevin Roble and Charlotte Emmerling, and they are co-owners of Pizza Artista, The Woodlands. And Charlotte, how long have y'all been open now?
We are in our first month. We just completed our first month of being open.
That's exciting.
Yes.
It's a lot of work, though, too,
It is
isn't
a lot
it?
of work, yes.
But so gratifying, right, to be open?
To be open and just seeing people enjoying our pizza, and every day is a better day than the last.
Well, that's fabulous. And you have a full crew?
We do. We still need a few more people in our daytime crew, but we are got a full crew and learning the processes and procedures and ready to serve.
Can you make pizza?
I can. I'm pretty good at it, actually.
I just
Yeah,
eat
It
it.
seems like a trade thing that you kind of have to know how to do, right?
Yes, it's actually, that's the fun part of the job.
That is a fun part. And eating it, too.
Of course.
So your Pizza Artista The Woodlands is looking at 2501 Research Forest Drive.
Yes.
And you are, what are the points where you're next to, where somebody could find it on
So
Research?
we are right next door to Crave Cupcake.
Crave Cupcake.
And
Well,
then
of course.
About 3 doors down from Bella Green.
Bella Green. I'm
Yes.
having lunch there this week.
Great place.
Well,
Get
that's
your lunch
fabulous.
And your dessert.
Yeah, I
All
know.
in one fell swoop. And there's a bank next door. So hey, the ATM's there ready for you. Origin Bank.
Well, it's great. And I'm so excited that you're here today. So what makes this a New Orleans, Louisiana-based pizza?
So on top of having traditional toppings, we also have a lot of Cajun flair to our toppings. We have over 70 toppings with Cajun meats from tasso, Cajun sausage, crawfish, shrimp, crab. So it's endless on what you can create.
There's some seasoning, some steamed syrup,
Yes.
and then that crackling that.
The crackling dust. So we have a Boucherie pizza, which is right.
What
in
did you
front
bring
of
us
the-
today?
So we have the.
So what are we
class-
looking at here? What is this first pizza?
The first one here is the classic Cajun. So
Okay.
it's kind of like the meat lovers pizza. You have your traditional toppings with pepperoni, ham, and bacon, and beef crumbles. But then we also add Cajun sausage and tasso. And
what is tasso?
Tasso is a Cajun ham.
Okay.
So it's got a little spice to
Okay.
it. It's also made with our spicy sauce instead of the traditional sauce. And then when it comes out of the oven, you can finish it off with, I like the crackling dust and the steamed syrup, which is based out of Louisiana, to just give it that nice little finish at the end.
Is it spicy?
It is a little spicy. So you can get it without the crackling dust. It's not as spicy, but it is on the spicy side.
Go big or
but
go
it's,
home. Just do it.
exactly. I mean, if you don't like spice, you can definitely kind of tone it down with the traditional sauce, and you can create it a little
looks
bit differently.
Fabulous. And what is this secondary one over here?
The second one is called the Boucherie, and that one is made with boudin. So instead
Well, that's
of,
pretty unusual, isn't it?
It is a very unusual, and that one is probably my hands down favorite.
Really?
Instead of a red sauce, we use an American cheese base, which is a creamier cheese, so it acts as a cheese and a sauce. And then we just pile on the boudin and some onions, some green onions, and again, that one is really well with the steamed syrup
Dick
and the
would like
crackling
these.
dust.
Yeah, I
to
know
try
he
it
is.
soon.
So you have other flavors you brought too?
We did. So we brought the Artista, which is just a traditional pizza, kind of a supreme. It has a bunch of meats and veggies on it. And then we brought our 5 cheese pizza that is loaded up with, as in the name, 5 cheeses, with feta, mozzarella, Parmesan,
Wow.
Asiago, cheddar. So yeah,
The one
just a variety.
that we didn't bring that you definitely got to come out and try is Swamp Daddy, of course, being out of Louisiana. Swamp Daddy, crawfish, shrimp. The folks that have tried that just absolutely rave about the freshness
Wow.
of those ingredients.
And not many people have crawfish on their pizza.
No.
Does anybody?
I've never come across it.
Well, and
new
this
one.
is crawfish
That's
season.
what differentiates us.
Yeah.
So would you have that when it's off season?
Yes, we have it all the time.
All the time?
We have it all the time.
Okay. So speaking of crawfish, you have Lenten pizza.
Yes, we have a
Because, it is Lent right
it's
now.
Lent, so
Besides
it's
being Pie Day.
yeah. It's a limited time. So we have about 4 different pizzas you can choose from that have seafood base and different combinations of that.
I tried the, what was that? The
Seafood deluxe.
deluxe feast.
The Lenten feast, yes.
The Lenten feast, yes.
With
It
some
was
shrimp.
fantastic with shrimp on there.
You have one with corn and crab bisque.
That is the corn and crab bisque pizza.
Yeah. I mean, you have a lot of different
Yes.
assortment of flavors.
We have a good team behind us creating
That no
these.
one has this.
Exactly.
And that really makes you unique.
Very.
So what drove you to get involved with Pizza Artista?
Well, COVID.
Well, yeah, okay,
Thank
but
you,
why?
COVID.
Understood.
Gave us time to explore where we wanted to go in life, and we started working with a career coach. And many models were presented for franchise opportunities, and when we landed on Pizza Artista, it just kind of spoke to us. So we did our discovery with it, and after meeting with the franchisors in Louisiana, we just felt like it was family, and we we were sold. So
Did you taste pizza too?
oh, absolutely, that was
I mean, come on, it's food. You got to taste it,
Well,
right?
it's like, I mean, people think, oh, it's pizza. It's like, oh, there's so much, but pizza is so just vast. That's the wonderful thing about pizza. There's so many flavors and types and styles, and it's endless. And when you look at through the pandemic, the food industry obviously took a pretty good hit, these restaurants and stuff. And
Absolutely.
The pizza industry didn't feel the effects of it as much. When you think
Because you
about
get it to
pizza,
go.
you get it to go. It's good warm. It's good cold. It's good day too. It's just
I don't know about
it's
cold.
all around.
Yeah.
I'm not a big
Ours is
into
even
that,
good
but maybe those college students, you never know what they'll find laying
True.
around the dorm room.
True. That's true.
But no, that's why we wanted to get into something that was new and unique. Not just another Me Too type of establishment or product, and something that's sustainable, both within its product, but within the community as well. Charlotte, having been a teacher involved in the community, and then I've been working for corporations who support local communities and what have you. We just wanted to take those experiences, those skills, and really apply them forward. How do you make those, quote, transferable skills, they call it?
Yeah.
And it's and like she said, it's during the pandemic. I know many folks were challenged with jobs and layoffs, and I was out of work figuring out what did I want to do next. What was going to be important with Charlotte and I being together and spending our lives together. What could we do together?
Well, let's
Spend time
backtrack.
and
People
stuff.
don't know
So,
that you're
yeah.
together
Oh.
personally, but you're personally and professionally,
In
right?
all aspects of
All
life.
aspects.
All
and so
in.
you're
Yeah.
getting married
we
too.
are. Yes, May 13th is the big day.
Yeah.
That's just right around the corner.
So yes,
Can't wait.
That's so exciting. So other things you have coming up, March 27th?
So March 27th, we're going to kick off our grand opening week, and we're going to kick it off with kind of like a family fun day. I'm going to bring in my educating background and just have lots of activities for families to come by, and the fire department out there supporting us, and just making it a fun day. Between 12 and 3 will be the window to catch all the fun, but we're open from 11 to 9. And then throughout the week of the 28th, we're going to have daily specials with our ribbon cutting kicking off on April 1st.
And that's with the Woodlands
And that's
Chamber.
with the Woodlands Chamber, and some specials every day. We're also partnering with Yes to Youth for our charitable organization. So we're going to be doing a kind of a necessary items drive along with a spirit day for them on the Saturday, April 2nd, where we give a percentage of our proceeds back to them.
That's great. And I notice you do have spirit nights where other nonprofits can get involved.
Absolutely. We work with schools, sports clubs, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, anybody we're wanting to work with and just give back to the community. So,
And
give
how
us
do
a
they
call.
get involved with that?
So they can call the store and they'll get them in touch with me.
And what's that number?
It is 281-771-3143. Or they can email me at charlotte@pizzaartista.com.
So when you're calling about your spirit night, you can also order pizza to go.
Absolutely. And we will have it fresh and ready for you.
Let's do a twofer. Get things done.
Absolutely.
So other things. Well, again, this is Pie Day, and so you have a special today too,
We
right?
do. Come by anytime today, dine in, and you get you order your first item, and your second item you get for $3.14. And that's on every menu item.
How appropriate
Yes.
today,
I'm
right?
excited about this one.
I know. This is just so exciting. And that just looks so amazing. So it's a lot of work to start up a store, a restaurant, a venue, all of that, and get the word out. I think, you've done a fabulous job of making that happen. How many people do you have on staff?
We currently have about 20 staff members, anywhere ranging from, kids in high school that it's their first job and they're very enthusiastic and working hard, to career, people that their career, and we are still hiring. So if you know anybody that is looking for a job, send them our way.
Fun environment.
Very fun. We have a good crew.
You give discounts too? If you
We
work-
do. We give employee discounts, 30%.
There you go.
There you go. Get lots of yummy food.
So it's 2501 Research Forest Drive, and they also have Friday happy hour.
We do, yes. We have a 15-tap self-pour beer wall.
What does that mean?
That means that you get to pour your beer. So we connect.
You pay first, though.
No, actually,
No?
we connect the bracelet
You
to
consume
your
first?
ID. You consume first. You pay for your food first, but then we connect the bracelet that activates our beer wall with your ID, and then you go and you select which
That's interesting.
taps you want to drink from. We also have wine. We have a good wine selection as well. And then on Fridays from 4 to 7:30, we have happy hour. And it's the self-poured beer tap wall has about 10 taps are local and regional, and then the other few taps are just your staple beers that people, want to have. So we rotate them frequently and seasonally and work with the local breweries.
And the local wineries?
The wineries, we haven't, we work with the local wine rep, but we are going to be doing some wine events where they come out.
There's a lot of wineries out here.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're out there, come stop by. Let's chat.
Absolutely. So we're ever growing our wine menu and beer selection.
Okay, what have I not covered? I don't know.
We have a patio that is, now that the weather is picking up and turning out to be very nice, we have a patio that you can come enjoy, and pets are allowed. So bring your pets.
Pet friendly.
It's a pet friendly patio.
Any pets?
Typically dogs, but
they need to be on a leash, right?
On a leash.
Just not the tigers that are roaming around.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have somebody who manages tigers too that I work with.
Nice.
Yeah, she helps capture them.
And we've got
They're not on a leash.
We've opened our online ordering.
Online ordering is up and running. We are getting our third-party delivery up and going this week. So by end of the week, you'll be able to order through DoorDash.
How exciting.
Yes. So we're slowly but steadily moving forward. and
look at
getting
these
going.
pizzas.
Can you smell them or what?
Yeah, that one looks really delicious.
That's the classic
for some
Cajun.
reason. And so everybody needs to go down there. I mean, today's a great day to try it, right?
Absolutely.
Pie Day.
Pie Day.
And kids eat free when?
Kids eat free on Mondays.
Okay.
And then on
But that is with an adult there with them.
That is with an adult, and that's dine
They can't
in.
just all the kids come in.
Yes. No, just 10 and under. Tuesdays we have specials where online orders are BOGO, buy one, get one 50% off. And then we are going to be having more specials throughout the week as we get going. So check out
you're
our
on Facebook.
I was going to say, check out our Facebook page. That's where Facebook and Instagram. So Pizza Artista The Woodlands on Facebook.
I know.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Great. Go check it out. You can see the pizzas there. You can pick out which one you like best, although they look pretty tasty here. And are they all the thin crust?
So we have 4 different crusts you can choose from, and they're the traditional and the whole wheat crust are on a thinner crust side. Those are made in-house daily. And then we have a gluten-free and a cauliflower crust as well, and those are also
And you
thin.
do vegan, too.
We do. We have vegan cheese, vegan sausage. So
Accommodate everybody.
We do.
Everybody who wants to eat pizza. And if you don't want to eat pizza, there's salad and beer and wine.
Salad, beer, wine, calzones, wings.
Other stuff.
Pasta bowls. Got to try our pasta bowls.
Yeah, we don't. It's very fresh ingredients, so we don't even really have a freezer. It's a cooler only, but that's
nice.
Yeah, we keep it turning. So
Yeah.
Good.
It's all about freshness. The crust, a lot of people are making comments about because of the flavor. I don't normally eat the crust, but God, this is really good. And
That's
you had
fabulous.
mentioned it the other night. She's like, I don't see many plates going to the trash can
Or
empty.
the crust. Yeah, usually there's a little crust left, but no, it's all
You
gone.
have a lot of great
so-
comments
Yeah.
on there, too.
Yes, we
So,
appreciate
Pizza
it.
Artista The Woodlands. Go by and check it out. 2501 Research Forest Drive. And every day there's a special. Just go check it out and see. Every day there's something going on.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to bring the kids. And you can try wine, beer. You can have an event there.
Yes.
You can invite your organization to have a meeting there.
Just had a local church group through, didn't we? On
Okay.
Sunday,
Yes, we had a
didn't
youth group from a local church come through, so we are ready to.
Grand
ready to
opening,
serve
March 27th, with lots of activities for kids, 12 to 3. Is that what you said?
12 to 3.
12 to 3, ribbon cutting April 1st. Go check it out. And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you.
Yes. Stay
Okay.
tuned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Path to the Plate is a research-based education program that helps consumers understand how their food choices impact their health by making the connection to agriculture. Learning about how food is grown and produced, and how consumers can make better food choices for themselves and their families, Path to the Plate is all about dispelling myths and misconceptions. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with the Lone Star Community Radio.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for a summer internship, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to learn the radio and TV business. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question, comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station on irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Hello, and now we are in our second segment of today's show. I am your host, Margie Taylor, FM 104.5, 106.1, and Conroe Culture News on live Facebook. I am sitting here with my guest, Joe Haliti. Everybody knows who Joe is, Joe's Italian Restaurant. Dariya Dashutina from Ukraine, and then I have Katya Kuznetsova. Very carefully, and she is from Russia. So we're going to talk about things of importance, what's going on with Ukraine. And first, I want to lean to Joe. And Joe, you're with your Italian restaurant. How long has it been in downtown, in Conroe?
Margie, thank you for having us. I've been in Conroe for 16 years now.
16 years. And what brought you to beautiful Conroe?
Actually, I got lost in Conroe on the way to Beaumont, and I really liked it so much. I was like, you know what? It's going to be my next place.
Okay. And what brought you to Beaumont?
I had a family that they opened a restaurant in 2004. And so as I was going to visit them from Dallas, somebody told me, a friend of mine in Dallas, because I was going through I-10 East all the way, and I thought it was a little too long. He's like, yeah, go to Conroe and 105. And of course, I only had the TomTom navigation. So I ended up in Legal Line Road in Fraser and I saw the building, and I got to do a little more research about the town, and I really fell in love with it.
That's fabulous. So tell me a little bit about your roots. Where did you grow up?
Well, we grew up in Albania, and of course in a communist regime. And from there, in the late 80s, we moved to New York for about 6 months. Then I moved to Jersey. And in 2001, we moved to Texas. We ended up, I started in East Texas, Longview. I opened a store there, went back to Tyler and Dallas, and then in December 2005, came back to Conroe.
So it's Pie Day today.
Yes, it is.
What does that mean to you?
I see some pies there. We're very excited about it.
Yes.
Margie, I'm glad to see you found a decent place to get a pie.
Well, Pizza Artista was just here. And they have Cajun-inspired pizzas.
Oh, that is very interesting.
And it's got crawfish, and they have Lenten specials and things like that.
Heard a good stuff about them, but I haven't tried their food yet.
They've only been open this last month.
Oh, nice.
So they are and it's lunchtime, right? I haven't eaten. I don't know. So it smells really good. I haven't tasted it yet. So, okay, how did you connect with these two ladies?
Well, I had a few weeks ago. I had a conversation with the judge and Judge Jimmy Edwards and Janine.
Of the Veterans Commission.
So we talked about it, and they explained what they would like to do, and of course, as we know, the judge, that's his heart is into it, and all of he's been through. So then I reached out to Dariya, and she was very, very helpful, and we worked on it, and we organized the event.
The event we had Friday.
That was very beautiful.
And it was spectacular.
It is.
I loved all the people coming out and their banners, and the flag is beautiful flying up there with the American
amazing,
flag, don't
very
you think?
emotional.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, it was an absolutely outstanding event. I haven't expected that there's going to be that many people and everybody is close.
It was amazing.
Yeah, everybody's going to be so supportive. I just didn't expect.
Even though the temperature dropped about 30 degrees in an hour.
I was freezing to death, but hey, we made it through.
Just got to pull through it all. Okay, so ladies, how did you two meet?
Long story short, I guess we had the same issue, and I think I found Katya on Facebook.
Actually, I organized the event in front of the Russian consulate 2 weeks ago, where we had people
in
from
Houston.
Here in Houston, yes, not in Conroe, in Houston, in front of Russian consulate, and we had probably 700 or 800 people attendance. Ukrainian people, a lot of people from Ukraine, Russians. We also had some people from American community, so it was very international event. And so Dariya just reached out to me, and this is how we started.
How it all started.
How it all started.
So what got you from Russia? You were born, raised in Russia?
Yes, I was born in front of Red Square in the very central Moscow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
So what brought you out here?
My parents came to work here in medical center. They work in research, in medical research, and I was still finishing university in Moscow. And after graduating and coming and visiting them here, I just fell in love with Houston and moved here.
And so you're here.
Yes.
Okay. And so Dariya, you're a tennis player.
I am. That's right. That's right. Yeah, my story is a little bit less fascinating than Katya's. I don't want to say it's more traumatic. It's just different. Everybody have a different life story, right? I came here to United States at the age of 16 as professional tennis player, as I mentioned earlier. Basically, I was doing really good. I started as a tennis player, of course. I started playing, all over the world. I was doing really good. I was trying to be another Serena Williams, right? And then crisis happened in 2008. So unfortunately, my parents lost their business. We went bankruptcy. So my sponsors unfortunately had to turn their back on me. So it was the only option for me is to go to United States, because United States was offering free scholarships to a lot of athletes, especially tennis players from Eastern Europe, because we're very well known as good athletes. So Lamar University, which is in Beaumont, Texas, yes, offered me 100%.
There's a link there.
We just found each other, right? Yeah, they offered me a full ride, and I just say yes. So that's how I end up in beautiful Texas. And after graduation, I moved here to Houston.
Okay, so now that we've done the intros, let's just jump right in. And show me your shirt that you have on, Joe.
Yes.
I stand with Ukraine. Yes. So the colors are yellow and blue. And I tried to wear something yellow, but I don't have anything yellow, so this is the best I can do.
Yeah, no, we see some yellow and blue.
This is all how it goes. All right, so let's talk about what's happened. Why did it happen? And NATO and all of that. So a lot of people don't really understand. So can you share some of that?
Yeah, so I think we need to step back a little bit and come back in 2014. Why is it important? I think that's where everything started. Ukraine tried to always, for a long time, tried to be part of European Union. I'm sorry. So we were fighting for so many years to be part of them, and I think 2013, 2014, ES gave us actually an option like that. Hey, we're ready to welcome you. And our president back then, I believe Yanukovych, yes, he turned his back to his own people because he was corrupted by Vladimir Putin, and he did not sign the papers, right? And that's how it started. That's how Maidan started. So Maidan, it's a very big square, in Kyiv, in central Kyiv, Ukraine, and millions of people started going outside and protesting because we always wanted to be part of Europe, right, and live better and travel. And I think he just ran away. Like our president actually just ran away overnight to Russia. So while we were in such a bad position, while we didn't have a new president, we didn't know what to do, like the whole Ukraine as a country was just up in the air, Vladimir Putin just came to our country and took a huge piece from us, which is called Crimea. It's a very big island that used to be part of Ukraine. I still believe it is Ukraine, but a lot of people might disagree with me. And that's how it started. And then he tried to take another 2 cities from us, which is the closest cities to Russia, which is Donetsk and Lugansk. Right now, it is part of Russia, but back in 2014, he just basically occupied them. And he started the war. So that's where the conflict started. So for 8 years, we've been living under the pressure. And then February 24th at 5 a.m. in the morning, he officially announced a special military operation. That's how he called it. He didn't say that it's a war. It's a special military operation to give us a freedom. For some reason, he convinced everybody in Russia that Ukraine wants to be part of them, that we wanted to be part of them, and that he's gonna go to our land, kill our people, and that's how he's gonna
liberate them from Nazi.
Yes,
this is what he's saying. This is what Russia propaganda is saying, that we're trying to liberate Ukrainian people from Nazi.
Okay, so you've said Russian propaganda. What is the true feeling of Russian citizens?
Well, it's hard to say because there are so many different groups of people. You can't say like Russian citizens.
It varies.
It's like one person.
Yeah,
there are many different opinions on it. You can divide it by age. Older people who are watching TV. It's one group of people. Younger people who are using internet. It's another group of people. And there are people who are not have zero interest in politics. So older people are, for most part, really believe in Russian propaganda. And to understand what Russian it's hard for Americans to understand what it is because you don't have it here. You have different points of view. You have Fox News, you have CNN. They're showing the same events, but show it from different angles.
Views. Right.
In Russia, they're creating alternative reality. What Russia propaganda is creating has nothing to do with what real event is. So they're putting together some videos that never happened. It's like actors who are playing it, or like wrong places. So people they do not live in the same world that we live. They live in some kind of parallel universe. And and a lot of older people and a lot of people like less educated, they really believe in propaganda and they live in this parallel reality. There are younger people who have access to internet and they're very much against war. They know what really is going on. They're trying to protest, and those people have been severely repressed by Putin's government. They've been beaten, detained. A lot of them had to leave country. They're losing jobs. They've been extorted from universities, etc., etc. And there is a big group of people also who kind of understand what's going on, but they have a lot to lose. They have their families to take care of. They have kids and everything. So they're just they have this internal immigration. They kind of keep everything to themselves and just trying to get by day.
What would happen if you were to say you were against what was happening?
I'm going to go to jail.
You would go to jail?
Yeah, there are many options that they can do with you. Like, I can give you example of my family, and my sister is an attorney in Moscow, and she was helping with some, she has son with diabetes, she was helping with just some independent organization that helps kids with disabilities that was kind of a little bit opposing government. So we had warrant search in our apartment, even though there was nothing political in what she was doing. She was just helping kids with medications. We had warrant search. People came, they searched our apartment. all kinds of intimidation is being used on everyone, and a lot of pressure put on people as soon as you're saying something a little bit. So yeah, it's pretty tough in Russia, and a lot of people are leaving now because they say that we want to express our opinion, but we can't say anything. We can't even say no war anymore.
Yeah, it's actually starting, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago. It's illegal. So if someone in Russia, of course, is going to go with the post saying no war, they're going to actually take them to jail up to 15 years.
And they say you can get up
Pretty
to 15
scary.
years.
It's very scary.
It's very
yes.
scary. So, Dariya, what you're doing is trying to advocate for the Ukrainian community. There's a large number of Ukrainian community in Houston. We saw some of them on Friday. And so what's going on in Ukraine right now? What is really going on?
So what is really going on? My family, specifically my dad is in Ukraine. So I was born and raised in the actually about 30-40 miles from the Russian border. My dad had to run away because the bombs are just destroying everything around. Russian troops are just killing civilians. I mean, what type of war is that? And this is our reality. So
people that can't fight against this,
absolutely not. I mean, especially civilians. I mean, we just, as I was mentioning, we're just fighting with our bare hands, right? I think a week ago I've seen the video where Ukrainians stopped the Russian tank, like just by pushing him. Just by pushing him. So it's incredible what my people is capable of. But yeah, the reality is people are dying. They really don't care if it's a man, a woman, or kids. They bombarded maternity hospital 3 days ago. Hundreds of babies just die with their mother over there.
They're just trying to intimidate and take over.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, people are leaving. They're trying to get out.
This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to put pressure on President Zelensky. Yeah. They're trying to make Ukrainians back him to agree with Putin, to compromise with Putin to stop this war. That's why they're targeting civilians now. They started using different strategy. When they realized that they're losing, this is what they started doing. It's very dirty game that they're playing there.
Yeah, they also occupied one of the cities in Ukraine, and they're not letting any trucks with food to actually going into the city. People start dying because of the dehydration in 2022. Can you imagine dying someone because of the lack of water? We have no water in the city, no food. So this is the reality.
It's very serious. So I know that there's several countries that are trying to assist by sending missiles and weapons and things like that. You have United States, Britain, Germany, Netherlands, and so they're not actually bringing them to Ukraine, are they? Or are they bringing them to the border towns where they can then get them? What do you know about that?
From what I heard, it's not just a couple of countries are helping. The whole world is helping.
Oh, I'm sure. Those are the ones that I saw mentioned.
Absolutely, yeah. Those countries that you mentioned are just helping the most. So what I've heard, they just going to the border and they give it to our people, and then our people basically just deciding what is going where, depending what each city is actually needed. Like my city is a complete under the ruins. So what I've heard, I think most of the people already left. It's nothing left there. It's absolutely nothing left there. So if the city that I mentioned earlier, another one that was without the water, I know they're just trying to give their own people food and water, but Russian troops are just blocking the city, so it's no access.
Very bad.
Yeah, where's the actual?
It's very bad.
It's very bad. Like the city where the actual war, they're trying to give them some army ammunitions or guns or wherever they
helmets,
helmets,
night vision goggles.
So let's talk about that. What can we do here to help?
I think how United States can actually help with. So let's start with the whole United States. Is to push NATO to close the sky over Ukraine. Unfortunately, Ukraine, we either don't have it or have very minimum army.
Weapons?
Not weapons. I'm sorry.
Missiles.
Missiles.
Yeah,
Yes.
Here we go.
Well, and that's
here we go.
they were sending missiles. These other countries are sending those.
Well, they're just
But-
talking about it, but they're not sending yet. So that will be great.
So you're talking about a no-fly zone.
Correct. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
talking about a no-fly
Yeah,
zone.
because this is the situation is on land. Ukrainians can take care of
Yeah.
them, and Russians don't want to fight. Like those young boys who have been sent there, they're not like big fighters. They're not motivated to fight with Ukrainians at all. So it's going to be pretty easy for Ukrainians to handle what's happening on land. But the main problem is bombing.
Yeah.
From those Navy ships and from the airplanes. And this is where Ukrainians need assistance, whatever assistance can be. Either they need like really good like missiles or something to shoot down airplanes, or they need airplanes like MiGs that Poland was
By
trying
air,
to give.
just doing things by air, yes.
And again, so what happened with MiGs, they never gave it to Ukraine. Poland said that because Ukrainian pilots can operate with old Russian airplanes that Poland had. So you don't even need to train them. You just give them those airplanes and they will fly and they will protect civilians.
Yeah, because they used those planes before, so the
Yeah, they
pilots are
used them
very
before,
familiar
yeah.
how to maneuver with them.
So this is where even if you don't want a close sky, but help Ukrainians with weapons that can handle all these airstrikes.
Missile defense.
Missile defense.
So what can I do? What can Joe do? What can people do to help?
So I think the good start is going to be if everybody, or at least political activists, our senators and Congress people can start writing the emails more
To your elected officials, congressmen?
Correct, and make things just
make them happen. Put pressure.
Exactly. I know it's not gonna take an hour. I know it's not gonna take a day, but people are dying out there. So what can we do to help to close the sky? Just let us know. What can we do? I'm writing emails every single day to Congress people. I just don't know what else can we do from this point.
Do they need funds, money, and is there a way to do that? Or tell me what that looks like. We only have a few minutes left.
I don't think it's about.
It's not about
It's
money.
more about political decisions.
Right,
It's
right.
more about
It's about people making decisions
Yes,
and working through our federal government
Correct.
and Biden.
Correct.
Because I know now Biden has stepped it up and said, you touch any boundary outside and that's it.
And
That's
this is what
over.
I was going to say, because if you watch Russian propaganda, Baltic countries are next. They're openly talking about it right now. They say once we have Ukraine, next are going to be Baltic countries.
It's pretty scary.
It is pretty scary. It needs to stop. Like more pressure you put on Putin now, it's gonna better it is for everyone because he's not going to stop.
Okay.
We need to act
So the best answer is that we need to write letters.
Correct.
To our elected officials, like Congressman Brady, who is aware of it, and he was there, and put pressure on him to push it up the ranks, and Senator Ted Cruz, and some of those of our local federal elected officials.
Yeah, we need to knock at this point to every single door and see which one's gonna open. I mean, and keep talking about it, because I know now it's a good phrase. All wars are only interesting for the first 30 days. So I'm very afraid that people are just gonna forget about us, and wherever Russia is gonna take over Ukraine, and it just
I don't think anybody's going to forget about you right now.
I hope so.
I don't think so. What were you going to say?
Margie, there are two criteria. So one of them that they need help on the inside with the soldiers and the freedom fighters that they're fighting for Ukraine, which means they're going to need uniforms and goggles and all those stuff that they need on every day to fight. But second, it's the refugee that's going to be the issue. I mean, as of right now, 5% of the country has
allowing refugees to come in
to the neighboring countries,
right.
like such as Poland and
Right.
Czech Republic and them,
Poland, Moldova.
and Moldova, and this is just going to grow more and more. And that's another thing that they're going to need some help with food and just everyday stuff for the hygiene and socks and so on.
You want to read this?
The national item.
Yeah, in your language or the American is up to you. She's going to read the Ukrainian national anthem.
Yeah. Ще не вмерла Україна, і слава, і воля. Ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці. Запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Душу і тіло ми положимо за нашу свободу і покажемо, що ми браття козацького роду.
In other words,
In other words, Ukraine is not yet dead, nor its a glory and freedom. Luck will still smile on us, brother Ukrainians. Our enemies will die as the dew does in the sunshine, and we, too, brothers, will live happily in our land. Well, not spare either our souls or bodies to get freedom, and we will prove that we brothers are of Cossack skin.
okay, you heard from the ladies here, Dariya and Katya. We appreciate you coming on. Joe, always welcome, and just keep up the good fight.
Thank you. Thank you, Margie, so much, and to the whole city of Conroe to having us and giving us a chance to be heard. Thank you.
Hopefully, more people will hear that voice.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Margie.